Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to explain a calculus project titled Application of Calculus in Curing HIV. The members of this group include Chanel Shah, V. Victoria, Rudra Rayani, me Chaitya Shah, Vishal Jolie and Aryan Rathod. Introduction. The human immunodeficiency virus or HIV emerged in 1981. It is an infection which attacks the body's immune system, especially the white blood cell called CD4 cells. It destroys these cells, weakening a person's immunity against opportunistic infections such as tuberculosis and fungal infection. These are the graphs showing the number of deaths due to HIV. This is the latest figure for the same. Importance of mathematical modeling. The first uses predictive power. Calculus helps us in predicting the future course of HIV epidemic. The predictive capability of calculus helps us to aid in planning and implementing effective interventions. The second use is optimization. Calculus helps us in optimizing HIV spread and can give us the best solution possible. It can give us the optimal treatment of HIV with the minimum side effects. Compartment models. Compartment models are mathematical models which can directly be used. One such example is a susceptible infectious removed model. This model is commonly used in epidemiology to understand and predict the spread of infectious diseases within a population. It provides a mathematical framework to simulate dynamics of an epidemic and study the interplay between susceptible, infectious, and removed individuals. Susceptible represents the total number of individuals who are susceptible to infection but have not been infected yet. The rate of change is affected by the transmission of disease. Infectious represent total number of individuals who are infected and can transmit the disease to other individuals. The rate of change is affected by both transmission and recovery rate. Removed represents number of individuals who have either recovered from the infection and are now immune or those who have died. The rate is affected by the recovery rate. ds by dt is minus beta si, di by dt is beta si minus gamma, and dr by dt is gamma I. Beta is the transmission rate, that determines how easily infection spreads from an infectious to susceptible individual. A higher beta signifies a more contagious disease. Gamma is the recovery rate. It represents how quickly infected individuals recover and gain immunity or are removed from the infected population. A shorter gamma represents a quicker recovery and a shorter infectious period. This graph shows the concentration of virus and the CD4, the white blood cells, during different phases of the infection. Zidovudine. Researchers discovered that a failed cancer drug from 2016, zidovudine, stopped HIV from multiplying and helped people with AIDS live longer. Also called azithromycin, AZT, the medicine became available in 1987, sold under the brand name Retropil. It basically blocks proteins called enzymes which virus needs to replicate itself. These are the chemical structures for saquinavir and combivir, which will be discussed later on. Saquinavir plus AZT or other antiretrovirals were commonly prescribed by doctors. This was dubbed as highly active antiretroviral therapy, HART therapy. This became the new standard for HIV care in 1996. It greatly lengthened the lifespan of people with AIDS and proved to be a blessing. But it required taking many pills daily. Many people quit their HIV therapy due to multiple doses and drug side effects. Due to this, in 1997, the FDA approved a pill called Combivir. This contained two anti-HIV drugs and was easy to take for the patient. There are three stages of the infection: phase 1 or the asymptomatic phase, phase 2 and phase 3 or AIDS. There are various tests for HIV which include antibody test, antigen test, PCR test, fourth generation test, point of care POC test, and self-testing kits. Engaging in regular HIV screening is necessary for individuals at higher risk. This is a strategy for early detection. This may include routine checking as a part of healthcare checkups or screening population believed to have elevated risk of HIV. Model assumptions. The assumptions of this model include the population enters into susceptible class at a constant rate pi. The model does not contemplate HIV-infected individuals with no clinical symptoms. HIV-infected individuals from both immigration and birth. T is composed of screened HIV-infected individuals and becomes aware of the infection and enter drug therapy. Infected population under treatment do not have any contribution in viral transmission. From these assumptions, we come to the equation beta 1 pi by mu is less than k plus mu, where pi represents the recruitment rate of patient, mu represents natural per capita death rate, and k represents the rate of diagnosing an undiagnosed patient. The total number of population at any time t can be classified as the sum of the following things. SA, healthy people who have not been exposed to HIV but have the awareness of it. SU represents healthy people not exposed but are unaware of the preventive measures from HIV/AIDS. L represents people who have the virus but don't know they're infected, or those who haven't been diagnosed. I represents people who are diagnosed and HIV infected. T represents people who are infected and taking treatment but cannot be recovered. A represents people with AIDS symptoms after diagnosing. The total population can be expressed as sum of all these. Since pi represents recruitment rate of patient and d represents the death rate and mu is per capita death rate, therefore, the rate of change of natural population can be represented as sum of change of individual members. This gives us an equation. This can further be solved to give us a final equation. The rate of change of population over time is less than or equal to pi minus mu of nt, where pi represents the recruitment rate of patient and mu represents natural per capita death rate. The significance of mathematical equation. With help of this treatment, we can optimize the treatment. Since we don't have any permanent cure for HIV, it is necessary to decrease its spread, and this can be done with the help of equations. At time when disease spread is 0, only SA and U are greater than 0 and all else are equal to 0. By optimizing the equation, we can get to know we can treat which section of population so as to minimize the HIV spread. Though the model works, it does have certain limitations. These limitations include HIV has an evolutionary nature, which becomes a very big problem in our model. Because with evolution of virus, it creates many new trends, which are not included in the calculation. Drug resistance and drug effect is different for different human, and also the effect of virus is different for different people. There are various other factors affecting the model, which are human behavior, heterogeneity, healthcare infrastructure, and data limitations. How to overcome limitations? The limitations can be overcome with help of technology. Nowadays, the use of AI and machine learning is increasing. It is very useful to use it with mathematical model. Mobile healthcare. Since a big limitation of model is lack of data, therefore this limitation can be overcome with help of mobile healthcare. We can implement mobile application for data collection, patient monitoring, and adherence tracking. With help of this application, we can get real-time data of treatment outcomes, medications, and behavioral factors. Mobile technologies can also help us to get remote data collection. It helps us in reaching population that may be challenging to traditional methods. Thank you, Professor Manish Gupta and Sudeep Bera, for giving us this exciting opportunity to learn something new and implement what we have studied in real life.